Hey y'all, so this is just a quick impromptu video. Wasn't meaning to do anything, but since I'm about to prepare this, I'm just gonna bring you guys along with me. What you see me pouring in here right now is an array of peppers, carrots, red onion, a sweet yellow onion, green bell pepper. I got some chicken wings that I need to prepare. And because my better half is having a little dental issue right now, he needs something a little softer instead of these being prepared. So, we make smothered chicken on top of the oven, but you can also, I said on top of the oven, backtrack, on top of the stove, just on your burner. But you can also do it in the oven. What you say, babe? Okay, and so we're just gonna put these chicken wings on top right now. Oh no, it's totally okay. This is just like everyday life. Not one of those where needs to be all focused on what I'm doing, because what's being done here is impromptu. Like I wasn't gonna vlog this, but I might as well. So as I was saying, these chicken wings here needed to get prepared, but instead of frying them, I needed to do them in a different way. And so there is no such seasoning, in particular seasoning, whatever seasonings you like. I have thyme, I have rosemary on here. I have garlic powder, I have onion powder. I have coated these with a little flour, and that's what I was saying before. We always do smothered chicken on top of the stove on your burner. But as you know, if some of you guys know recipes of doing turkey wings and turkey legs and it ends up with a savory gravy, you can do the same thing with chicken. And that's what I'm about to do. I was going to put some potatoes around here. You can put potatoes around here, but we're not going to do that because we've been having plenty of baked potatoes in our lives. So with this savory gravy here and the vegetables, we will put this over some rice. And I didn't say this previously, but I'm going to come in with some garlic too. But the vegetables you choose, like I said, I have this garlic, I have some red onion, yellow onion, celery, bell peppers, and carrots. You can do potatoes with this, cut the potatoes up, but that's not what I'm doing right now. But just want to fill you in on the versatility. This is something you can just make your own. Now I'm going to come in with a little water. You can also use chicken broth, but because of the flavor I have going in here, I really didn't need to. Now sometimes with turkey wings, you don't need to add any additional water, but with these chicken wings, I'm going to add a little, and I'm going to add it, as you see me right here, I'm adding it on the side. When you have seasoned your meat, you don't want to put your liquids on top of what you've done because you are washing it away, you're taking it away. You want to add it to the side of the pan so that it will coat along the bottom. We're just going to cover this and take it in the oven. We're going to come back, baste it, and at the end of it, I will see what the consistency of the broth is looking like, because I may need to add a little slurry to thicken up the gravy that will come to it once these wings get all nice and tenderized. Now, there's another caveat to this. Normally, you could brown these on top of the stove just to give them a little color, and then do what I'm doing right now. For time's sake, I did not have that type of time tonight, so we're just going straight into the oven. But that's a side note, that you can brown it for a few minutes on each side, where your chicken will still totally, of course, won't be cooked, but it's for color. And while I have that chicken in the oven, no need to wait to fix my rice. It can always be warmed up. I'm going in with 1.5 cups of rice. A lot of people also are intimidated by cooking rice, where they think they have to depend on minute rice. Rice, for however much rice you're cooking, is always just double that in liquid, whether it's water, chicken stock, beef stock, vegetable stock, seafood stock. And another thing, your white rice can always be seasoned to add some oomph. It doesn't always have to be steamed white rice. You see that? I'm going in with that garlic right there. I'm going in with some herbs and spices. And on some future video, I'm going to show you guys how you can make rice in the oven. Rice doesn't always have to be done on top of the stove, so there will be a video that will be forthcoming. I'm going to go on, put my water in. Not that quiet. This is all impromptu. My honey is in the background repotting some plants that's kind of giving him the blues, but he got it. You can right now add you a couple of pods of butter, or as you see what I'm getting ready to do, I'm going to do a little swivel of olive oil. We're going to let this come up to a boil. When it comes up to a boil, we're going to take it down to the lowest temperature that your stove goes to and put a cover on it and let it steam. Speaking of the subject of rice, we'll be coming back at some point showing you how to make fried rice at home that has the same similar taste of what you buy at some of the, whatever you may choose to call it. What they call them, some people call them chop sueys, the Chinese place, the rice house. What else do people refer to it as?
Gene house, I mean, it's all kind of names, not meant to be too derivative.
Right, so that will be forthcoming, where I will be doing some fried rice, regular rice. Also, when you're being more carb conscious, cauliflower fried rice. And we're just going to wait for this to come up to a boil. And when we were speaking about the names of some of the Chinese places, another name that people give that the other half in R&R just thought about is chow mein. So we'll be back when this comes up to a boil. I've come in for a baste on the chicken wings, and this is how we are looking so far from when we took it in the oven. But we're going back. Of course, when it comes out, some of your seasonings will settle on top. You let your rice sit for about 5 minutes, but all you got to do is just come in and fluff it up. Fluff it up. You can see from the fluffiness going on here, it's not stuck together from starch elements. And excuse TV in the background. We have the LA Try Guy going on YouTube. I like to hear his reviews, but your focus right now is just seeing how this rice is cooked. And all we're waiting on is the chicken in the oven. You see that? You see that?
Like a little burrito almost, huh? Wow. Okay.
Fluff it up.
And it comes in a nice little package. I love it.
Not stuck together like our old school rice. If you know, you know about the old school rice. And I didn't even do all that rinsing to get the starch off, because you do not have to do all of that to perfectly cook rice. But that's another thing. If you know, you know. As I said prior, perfectly steamed rice, just with some herbs to it. And as you see, we are out the oven, and this is what the chicken wings, the vegetables it was sitting on top of, looks like after the fact. Yum, 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 smothered, yum. But we'll see what we think in just a bit. But this is the end result. If you didn't know that you could have chicken done in the oven with a thickened sauce to it, without it being on top of the oven, here you go.